Now near Namal Estate and Construction Limited. Indian come on. Asase Papa there. On your one.
Boys on the way.
And SSL boy.
Like a girl, so she tell me rude boy you love again.
Juma Sunqua Danny Day na me bon who de rochel.
She give me
some more. And the power to transform your future. Almost so. And the Juma when it comes to land document perfection. Omo young when Juma ye pa. Make Eclipse collateral management. Eclipse collateral management. They are the game changer, turning your property documents into profit. So one crata da home. A Japadian crata, I bet me that Juma ma wo. Now was wenya kakra podre de. Nina, Eclipse collateral management for necessary no mudi sound common on. Ombe ye pa. When it comes to your credit brokerage, and after so collateral home come up area. They say they are the power to transform your future. I didn't hear in time way. That one the Eclipse collateral management to phone coding come on. Ombe Omo wa himfa omo wa ye adenta barrier mo be Moses Hospital no and as say West African SHS wo no ho a school na wa adenta ho no a we do ho no mo pe obehu Eclipse collateral management wo ho numbers here 054-383-2466 054-383-2466. Now when you hear Eclipse collateral management for Indy and Comoy. Now most of can't just say for property owners we say think safety and decent income, and then for businesses we say think funding before projects, and this is coming from a Eclipse collateral management. I don't know, sorry, we see Casamun Koye. We can't sweat that honour, so Munya Cardon Sabebo. A Pachoa Tranca Crancer. His son is a Bayport Financial Services, some men can't say Bincho, and Southern Sakan Sicano. Bayport Financial Services, some men can't say, or Yan fix deposit, fix deposit no Gusu, a young Wejuma, and yet, so would do with Sikan Babeto 5,000 and above. As Sicano so a woman, a wool profit. Bebedi home pay we na pedi o principal ne de da ho e mum na sika no so e wo e ma wo e fa so e da ho no e do so bebre ne nyina report se me kan che o se em fa wo san ka sika no fa bra ne fa nya fake deposit ne ma o e be ko yi ama o e ntia ne ntema na ne ye owura boni e ma no boni oda e Bayport Financial Services now no Indi enkomo e the numbers in here 0245153283 0245153283 and after say 026-300-7922. Now when you Bayport Financial Services for Indi and Comoy. Me
love how she give it to me all day. I saw me thing go from the first day. Hey woman, give me a lot of things where me can't say.
And the Yom Herbal Lotion some men can't just say.
Coming like we take the
weekend dinner. Me te say na woka. Wo so body na ya we ya.
Me rude boy.
Me te say woka. Wo say dey come out on dey. Body na say anopo story and say dan ko ye. Me pa chawa. Yem fa Yom Herbal Lotion. Yem fa nya adwuma. Na Yom Herbal Lotion. A draw strong kwa ye dey herbal compounds aye. A draw strong kwa say what the srabe be ya wo ya na. Na wo dey twitwi a. Obehu say yes. Ewura we dey ni mu ankasa. Eno ane Yom Herbal Lotion. Yeah, ni kan so say FDA for so agya tu. I don't know. What rheumatism pain, what pains from stroke, what sciatica pain, and I feel stomach cramps, inflammation in the body, and I feel so injury and I say tissue damage, muscle tension, need their cane now, winning nebia, the pachoa, nerve problems, and no slip disc, and I feel so carpal tunnel syndrome, or joint wear and tear, and I feel so stress and emotion strain. Juice a Yom Herbal Lotion, the beboye pa, Yom Herbal Lotion. I say fetchichi keke. And one I won here. But when you boy herbal shops and pharmacy shops to be a one sabe can be. Oh, Pedro so to so when the deals generation enterprise for Indi and come on. That way 0244-730-295 0244-730-295 and after say 0302-945146 0302-945146. Jom Herbal Lotion. I say for body and joint pain. Jom Herbal Lotion. I say life is possible. And it is 43 minutes into 7 a.m. Meeting at the Amansan Sum for Kojo Preko Dankwah. But I say so the video no ato 92.9 FM Kessben and I face on Kessben TV. But I was say me watching Emma Kwaba so the video no so ato honum. And then on DSTV channel channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121. On Facebook Kessben 92.9. Kessben 92.9 and I feel so your Facebook be on Kessben TV once ebekan ye ewo honum so and I will call the online so www.kessbenonline.com kessbenonline.com now if you call Kessben Kessben 92.9 now if you know fatu honum obeti de kan bibia wo text messages and I feel so no WhatsApp messages in and pajofani na bra making kan ni na so e wo fie ha amount and then your messages ni na making kan ni na I have already seen a BFE teacher constitution ho Capito Goso Meshia and I feel so Tete James and then my man from Kumase Masawood and I feel so Meshak Asante omudi na Alande Kwablanvi of Pokwase Benghazi and also Diaba and then teacher Kojo Tepa Munyina Mudiaba and then I think I've seen Ko Mensa Pilla 2 omudi na Ababa Bedu making kind na amamo at appropriate time na feel no Edin Komono and Bibia so Ashisha so ne Ebedin Komo ye pa and today my guest this morning I'll be coming home Ewufia and we Ebedin Komo is the National Director of Elections and IT the National Democratic Congress of the NDC Madi Jibril I'll be coming Sanafi Edin Komo afa what is really happening when it comes to upcoming elections the grassroots elections never be kokoso the wards the regional the districts in the kebi omu bi na be di hu nkomo no e be di hu nkomo enne anope e wo fie ha na fie hwe details ni na retinmo am standing elections ni na no munya botre na ma di Jibril ba betena se who is the National Director of Elections and IT at the NDC na fi bibia wo bi am person mo de tudwa bia no mo de to nanimu a obedi hu nkomo ama manafi bibia so etumi akoye so any obedi nkomo afa what is happening with the Bank of Ghana. Now the Bank of Ghana issues ababe issues last week and a reporter ababe tojwa no hu nkomo any babedi. I've always said say nkomo bia ba there are two things that runs with it. For me it is about transparency and also the interpretation of the figures na abano ehun komo eni ebedi. So I see it as transparency versus the interpretation of figures na ababeto hono die intina figures no yes omaboka losses abem and then we want to find out DNT and Amasadi Nina Bana Ebaye no so no Empa and Abano Abanesa Nina Yebabi Dihu and Komo Ewufia 44 billion Ghana cedis versus 15.6 billion Ghana cedis. Who is telling us the truth? Who is calculating well? Who is interpreting the figures well? Is it that Bank of Ghana has brought in transparency for us to see what is on? And I feel so what the reasons in Tia Yabosa Kano does it make meaning to the ordinary Ghanaian? And then we'll move to the Ashanti region. And also, in some also tension is brewing wild. Almost election party elections. Also, honomono yebedi hun komo a polling station elections ni na yebedi hun komo. I tell the course one yeni ato kwamena a reporter bedi komo na afia share the course transpiring about the Ashanti region on that. But ansana no mamen ko na mene a doctor endi enkomo na ya call a long weekend number. Me wo adeba ku bi SMB because me hu say na boys pa but you be the home come on. No, a guess and I no more. I want to know me anymore. I think I saw few men doing one net. But Doc Wahumane so they no ending come on a health segment a Kessben match. So Doc, me watch more call by Bibia Boko there.
Yeah, near Brapeni, about the Adaruma, Bibia Boko, me that is also Bibia Boko.
Radia Dom, me so me ho ye pa. Make us say to me say yes, not just say Bibia did the D. Bibia fine. Bibia fine pa. Na C4C paying for so be an way.
Oh, senior, Obia Hoya pa, or by the Adaruma. Yeah, one so Mokaho, who pa.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Na girls, I say me if I went to and with the mea many chami hui. na me pese me bisa se eye ana se enye okay enti say ye pie na guess so on be di fried rice obi so be di jollof obi so be di plain rice and eye chicken na ye dia bre no na minim se anya no ko beka se fansuo ka ho but o say on fa fanta embre no ba ko so ji coke and then your money tena ho enti odi amono a na wanom coke no wanom fanta no obi so ji eye cocktail na ode bo eye aduane ne so na mi bisa se sa de na ye no the issue of your day eye dokodoko ya amwe edidi aduane no dog eye
Yo, senior, Medase, Anope, and thank you for this very important question. And I'm very happy with your observation to idea so papa. And is the one of the major reasons a chronic condition, titulu diabetes also. It's the major reason because at that time now you did Ediane na wouldn't say rice cry the glucose level was low. You have very big glycemic index. A mono ni glucose content no was low. Na was also aje cocktail. Na waje carbonated drink akaho. Na say you are ready sir with the diabetes no only need to ankasa. And it's a very common thing. And sometimes the hard you can say it mukra yes salad. Na the cream no ketchup no akaho. Na they are thinking say a balanced diet. But the say a compound excess sugar.
Wow.
And it leads to a lot of high glucose spike.
Wow.
It's a major reason. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Now boys so tight day omo drinks me kan omo bia no mo de bo aduane no so eno so nya papa wo ho
No.
Okay.
At all. And no chere say ade a wo ye nyina no aduane na wo di nyina no and digest you. Say ensan no mo na wo say break it down ansa na aduane na ba enti say ye fufuo ento a mienu akese mienu na wo di na wo bogusu wo di na wo bogu fufuo na wo di nyina no concept wo ye fun no mu keke enko digest ya ewie na se wo body ni ye nsan ho ejima wi a asa na wakofufuo no so nti imagine ko se ebia 8 o'clock na ye setting no na we lay foundation na wo top up sa na eduane na ba na we di eduane nti nsan dodo na ko mu foundation na o lay na any top up ni na no body has to make way and do away with them. Okay. And san eduane na nkasa wudi no are concentrating on it. Until then you have excess fat in your body. And the basic thing of diabetes, basic thing of akumayare, basic thing of BBI inflammation. And fat is a major reason for inflammation. It senior osha yankasa ni ha ye ho.
And no say you say your ball life, you say a big man, a ball life, big man, ababa or did the fruit juice a sin chain or so a balanced diet.
I quite remember my casa way back in school. Yes, she said if you want to treat diabetes, come to Africa. But she said, because we are living like the Europeans. You did not drink in Kanwa, Yentumindi. You did not lay foundation, Yentumindi. You did not yanchi, your mano, Nayam fan your man, Kahu, na yes, oh, spicy, and your crunchy bibra, Yentumindi. So, Obedi Dimpona, one fan nam cran Kanwa, you see, Koto Wache. I quite remember there was a time I told Wache. I'm a cement and now I'm just buying the egg. Miss Mason Kotom them, or your ferry to me.
So say on tonam
because on tonam. It's all to me koto. Oh, so Yankasa near Faha no de Maya. And at the end of the day, Sikaka Krana, Yapen, and Afe, call 18 epe Irish. And see, these things are the major thing. See for see, Divun Komo Bebre. And yes, sir. You won't draw a system into your Didi. No, now, friend, there be our aim, and they say that chronic condition now rise baby no ntiama Africa ye ho kire ama Ghana ye bra abribia no conditions ahodo anka ye hu no book mu afi na ye bi conditions a nipa akoma ehunhun no e ma ne yefun no ne kidney ne liver nyina ss no enti na ye kasa ados yo and your lifestyles ni nyina na ye fapem no sisinia your help.
Okay. We dey na campus or the kakra bi so na for DC but me call boss you boys e dey be we dey mebo ni din Eric Kwame Jesse was sending Cecilia or say ask doctor what about taking hot drinks before eating. Na me besides the hot drinks and before eating a hot drink be no kano me sure so hard liquor. I think so. I think it's hard liquor. Once me Kwame Jesse the medium am say omukodi fufu na normal basi bia 2 to 3 to so 4 no. And Obisa say, is it proper? I mean, to take hot drinks before eating.
Kwame, okay, the partial sebaya disease from it. A little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. 1 thought hot, 2 thought hot. Sana body no adapt it. Into a offer sugar. Na the pan, the actual fire won't say no debut because of body no what's in a room. The more you are doing thought, you know, this time if I thought 10 years, I'll say I'll call half a gallon. Now if you call in 1 gallon. Into once you do ha, why ya, must see our nomen son of crass, Sebio or more. I'm a common pond in Numpo. It is only the answer on Num Gumsa. I am no coda, no answer, no acotwaso. That's all. MY.
It's a Kwame Jesse in their own.
Yes, Kwame, Pacho. But more than na ma will live and here. Na o kidney here. Na this is from it. So all my body no adapted to you not taking that hot senior can you know before meal now. Gradually, you used to it, and you feel hungry without you knowing crazy way did it.
Okay, dog. Wait, we are now by on starting there, and there's some more so far. There's another one who is also asking, say, how about pineapple juice ne ebia ginger awanom asoba be didi eno so e okay no dey also we didi awie no na wa bo pineapple ne ginger mixed we didi awie kra no no bugu so.
Yes, there've been school of thought say pineapple ne ginger boa with digestion. And I know a lot of people do it, but the harm here, the danger here is you will be our diabetes. Pineapple might not be too good for you because a bit may increase your glucose level. No, so I advise my brother and sister sending message. You know, on a doctor. In this case, a bit me afraid. Now you're doing common 1 or 2 histories. Baby, apart from pineapple, no, there were other special fruits, beetroot in the account where I recommend your mouth. Just so that sugar level, no, sugar content in a woman be form. If you cry now with stomach ulcer, it's not good to be taking the pineapple, but trigger ulcer and other complications. Be about anti. Message say you be a smoothie in there. You need doctors and now health workers. Anyone come on advice here because these days fruits need to be wawa and your ma dey fra no any taste no. Some years back, near rice waha. Oh, far crowd, a mono and pampani. These days you don't hear that because of air chemicals. I hold on fruit ni be brave chemicals. No, Mikaisa Mema will be alpha fruit, apple for some time, and you find out time or the fan which was a very good time, but the sugar level was rising. The apple and then everything just came down to the normal. Now normal medication, liver to need the rest no. The sugar level no about normal. Sometimes the fruit can also be a problem.
Okay. Dog, where the share ochina na when you show wood and because in there boys they no man can know the but see for see any first time you tea wo ye share wo e Kessben TV no ye pese ye ba na ye be say ho yare e ben den
senior akonya ohopa na ye beda obadi say one my opportunity to also serve the entire world and especially Ghana until Oko Cape Coast C4C or branch or Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden Agona or Bensu or Kumasi or Ejoso Kwamo Jati Junction a year Takrado or Accra or Adenta SDA Junction, Netherlands, so your branch kese pa ewo na message se nkomo ayedi na no pe nyina no ekowie se ensani sa ne mani nyina no ebetena obody ne mu cha ekose wo organs akese ni bi titru eye obrebo no C4C se ma obrebo hu hia o enu ntini e de edro anwaso abadwa so e fe ne liver wo a liver condition bia empo wo a emra makwan ma ya mo condition so nanso wudware wi a ho kekao ojon so ntɛntɛm o sugar level kosoro o ho kekao bebre enda ho din ma o nan tata wo yefu kese na wo challenges wo health in terms of sugar level, in terms of akuma no ntɛntɛm wo diabetes wo tin problem pacho ma wo sanka liver to na enkenya wo brebo no na nioma yekoye from last Friday nyina besi the anope we any no and cleanse the body no na ma ifi bia e dey how e cancer fi ifi e dey how e tumor fi ifi e dey how e dey cholesterol fi ifi e dey how e mo afi a dey infections the brain nyina liver en Kenya na en yini nyina en from C4C say o place order obi bia e bebre wo ho without any delivery free and kai number ni 050 0040-331. Odaroma Mississippium 050-0040-331. And I say 050-0040-328. 050-0040-328. C4C Liver Specialist Hospital. Yes, so brebo eye won kwantika national so. Ne Kenya no with special medication liver to. Na kai say ye GN ni di treatment plans lady. Tina bribi ye ka say once treated forever treated senior anope
and they forever treated am fa wenya we na hwemo mwe na obako dia ba as a nation na 20 boys aye word but we dey fi be ma ho o say ene wie okwakodi ni fufu na wagina benkwan agina light soup na wakekan sie ni green soup na wabobo awie na waje chilled water na wabobo aguso membisa doctor say eye kama na
Pacho fana yenya alcohol insano yenya free abemu nti sa onum alcohol no na wodi kodi aba you are just increasing insano system
na we no asanom chilled water eguso
yes we no asanom chilled water eguso eti ya brade o ye de say ono ankasa edi ni sika to adia man blood vessels said the blood vessels no enye din ntem na ne ho odin dodo nti opese ne ho yem ne ho na ho odin ne bafo
okay to doctor to say apparently to say wedi dokuno ne ebia ne moko ne fish awie na wanom chilled water rather eguso or you okay na
yes we are okay with that but chilled water so we advise say at least give yourself some time 10-15 minutes so that your digestion will be in time. Then after eating give yourself that same time maybe 20 minutes and and advisably my chilled water especially after eating idiania eyeshi and I say idiania ewo enough pepper ewo muno you can take a normal temperature water and that is good to go.
Oh, okay. And yeah, was someone what them so chilled water pint na no bisa no. Dog better say now fi ochina radia domwa na odi asha say boys am betete odi a na say odi e be sha say na fi head e be koso na watchi mu.
Boys nigga some daroma nti yo homa omo.
Matias here. Me da se fa.
Me da se.
Yene Dr. Esiama from C4C Liver Specialist Hospital and then AD and corner time check is 2 minutes past the hour of 8 na fe mehu golden boy anas mehu wo message it's a long one. I'll try and read it but answer no mame shase na fe yendi and come on. Now let's move straight to Ashanti region. Now the new patriotic parties polling station elections, you know, tokwa ABSC the Ashanti region when it comes to that particular elections, you know, Mashas here from the grassroots, you know, I want to be precise, Asante Achim Central and aggrieved members be more also almost say Enyema Ekosu Hono and say Emfata. I've also had several calls coming from the eastern part of this country, eastern region to be precise, where a Bimukra Omudino any book name and I feel so Ebikra said new ones be a don't shemuno Omontia say they don't know where they are coming from. But let's center our issues on air Asante Achim Central. Now fe yankoni yankoshe on Kessben TV and I feel so yentie where 92.9 their koso the MPP Asante Achim Central omo polling station elections you know DSC nafi member backs is here.
Kind a executive committee Asante Achim Central ha and she say ya party mpanifo different kind the bar say omo hwa so emfa ento police station abato no omo ani so de di kan na e was say executive committee no ehia no omo fra enipa miensa omo constitute 3-member elections committee na omo ma obia hu say asimasi ni ayi wo mo say abato na e beto Asante Achim no omo ndi animu na omo ne regional representative na ayadwuma esan say omo nhia no yenim enipaku a omo yi wo mo say omo nya say adwuma yin eye empanifo a Asante Achim eye executive committee members omo di dwuma die no ase omo matuam to the extent say empo ebi ekofa forms no womo ekofa no wo MPCA na eho ene afele ma womo na afele ma womo ye san ka kire omo say wa beje wo de wo MPOB ano o ma vetting na ye be hwe say wo be call uncontested ampara omumu ba kokura ama vetting omumu ba kokura ansi vetting ase say ye tena ho ye ye hwe han a ampa sankofo no be mo nyina ye den akọ uncontested
de ye hwehwe nyina ne say ade ni yense ni nyina babia aba beduro yenhye ni nyina ngu ne yenhye ase foforo because ebe din be nwanwa say me opera so me assembly member na ye biem say ye metwere yendin na ye manfo me amako information center akoya announcement say brese party members obi empumra metwere din na ye chesi omo a esese ye twere din wo mo ho obekono o say brese ne ye betena se bra ni beduru no na oni ho enti we nyina akọ bra ne ye twere din enuanom adi nka ka se ye twere bi wo exercise books ampa oba praso asana na etie ema ye hu se omo de register na nkasa ba ema obi party polling station executive ka kire se da bi we de yesi yemfa nto ho na ye twere din ni wi a ansa na ye to copy egum mi hu bi da nanso sa na ma we nyina ekoso bra na ye twere din na ekoso a besi bra ye call vetting anuanom a e wo the other part no aye hu ne say omo eye honorable yaw enkrofo no omo ama vetting
kwakọ hese adwinti dimkire ne koso no obekọ no na omo a ye de ahye omo sasa omo matwire no strategically no omo ni ho me wo evidence bebre on my pictures any videos ebisi benumase cheche biase biase praso odumase obekọ no yesi karensa say 2 o'clock na yempon 5 ubedru honom no obia ni ho unyo mu bi number na o friend busana odim kan say enyo o maami adwuma eno nto ho ba bi o ha obekọ a omote na omotwere obekọ na de side book na twere bo busan say na abon no wo ya party di ba wo say Asante Achim Central constituency executive say to be precise kwagu photo yen na first vice wo say omunyusu side book no mo fan twere and
fictitious abon ye de call opposition 2024 no sa ekwan na omo fa so ebre se omo biem na obi bia a wo kwan se ogina na ye to ne so aba na obeye polling station executive no oboama party MPP nkunimdie eba 2028 no omo mpanifo a Asante Achim Central ye constituency executive omo person sa exercise registration exercise no emu beda ho no mama say ehye nhyehyeye adeɛ no etia party mmra na party nhyehyɛeɛ ɛno na mpanifo anase nuanom a yɛdwe MPP ɛho sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ afi 2028 MPP ba bɛdi nkunim ne aba power no yɛgyina ne yɛkasa kyerɛ mpanifo sɛ deɛ si Asante Achim North ɛyɛ agogo no so ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ebi bɛkɔ so wɔ ha ɛne ɔmo ntwa ɔmo ani ara so ɔmo ntumnika mmra yɛkasa kyerɛ regional yɛkasa kyerɛ national sɛ Asante Achim fo bu ofu papa
yɛka kyerɛ party mpanifo sɛ the whole process no ɛyɛ fraud eti wɔn ntwam because sese ɛnɛ day ɔmo afrɛ kramokronfo sɛ ɔmo form semra emra kwa na yɛ third mayor ɛnɛ kyɛ yɛ wie voting bibia no ɔmo afrɛ kramokronfo sɛ ɔmo form semra ɛna wante ne sɛ uba patensa yɛwɔ 10 police stations ɛwɔ hɔ ɛyɛ 3 electoral areas me mo patensa ahembronum me kwa me pesua so ɛna me mani adi nti ɔmo timi di book bato wɔ church din but police stations aka no 7 aka no there obi ampie kura anko ese okotan ha chrodin nti ye ka kire mpanifo se the whole process na ye fraud no ma ntwamu a de si agogo no ebi ba eboboba party no ye ne ade ye moja to ho ma party no nti ye bebe nti ye ka kire mpanifo se muntie ye se mantie yan a na mo be ma mpanifo bi atena ho because pani bi betra so Emma yade drip machines ebe sisi ho na ka wani ase ye beto aba me ye samle ma wani kwan ba kokora.
Okay, so 9 minutes past the hour of 8. So this is what is happening at Asante Achim Central when it comes to MPP. The New Patriotic Party polling station elections na no annoyed pa, and if care is not taking, this is what is going to happen. And no some political gurus or probably lecturers and all those were saying deal with the base first before you come to the top. Nanka wa clear sanema we nyina, but of course we into know the all and as I say you this near head here. So let me go on the line now for me a correspondent or the Ashanti region Ato Kwamena NT Enko because he was there and I'm a him live at do ye because me who nim ye pa would o fa baby ye ain't you know see out here at that one serve now the Ashanti region yet to be specific Asante Achim Central elections in course one I've heard most of the things on modi hu enkomo ye pa as a members on no modi enkomo no modi ehu omo impefo hu ya especially when they are telling all of us say ebi ekoje forms efi MPP na omo ba ya ka chom so omo no mo vetting. This is serious o
Kojo anodin na the ten say omo share ye esa new registration as no Kojo me kakra me kai say me call ye nhia so na nhia so no kwa obo say omo yi agent a wotewa omo de eye abonama na obi bi oro pese oye MPP ni bia no ba na obetwe odin ewom na okọ me call ye tafo nhia so me go hu the same thing ho na enu ano na ye de ni kirimo ye Asante Achim Central ye crop ye konongo MP me shebedwani wo ye onabo ayimedu kwame ayimedu entry wana yem na shebedwani ho si na enu ayekodu wala kese MPP mabu na wo nankasa na mbu ofupa nya asem gotoa asema amanfo kan na ne se sa abawo ya amotu nka se mpenifo anhwe na se o man nye sisi pa de a o meto abande man independent candidate if you say omo che se police station abato no beto no wa wo pese wo ye mema bia no mpenifo eyi bia bi si wo awo sa mpesi na so Asante Achim Central wo se wo pese wo ye MPP ni nko ade a ko na ko twe odin na eno MPP man na wo mpesi na do che se mpenifo a ye de say 2 minutes o mo sa so mo hwe no mo register new members no se o be ko ba bi yi mo so mo yi ma o mo no se tenase na obi o pese wo ye MPP ni ba bia wo be twendin bia no me twendin no o mo che so me ko no ne sa enipa no o mo ni ho omo twefo afresa nimpa na ensem a omo ka che omo se ompa adwuma bia ma me na waka che me ntra fa akoro enti enam so ma sa enchiwahwe wen ebeda ho ma enimpa na we pese omo twe omo din kwa no nya de a omo nya emutumi nya omo din etumi etwoye eno enkoda eno achi nempanifo asade forms aba se obi biala o pese o contest o police station executive bia no empanifo de forms aba bra na befa forms ni bi na bra na betwo je na o ko fail na o de ba na mpanyinfoɔ de to ano a na sɛ wɔsɛ fata na wɔso wɔtumi agyina na wɔso yɛato so aba wonya na woanya na wɔso na wɔso wafiri mu ɛno ɛna ɛyɛ MPP party mba ne bi kyerɛ sɛ ɔmokɔ party office ɔmokɔ akɔfa forms no bi a ɔmokɔyɛ a mpanyinfoɔ sɛ forms no ebi ni hɔ afei deɛ ɔmo fɛ mpanyin wei a ne mpanyin wei sɛ forms no ebi mmaa ɔmo fɛ wei a sɛ forms no ebi mmaa afei deɛ ɔmo da sɔle a ɛyɛ MP ɔmo so sɛ MP no efie ɛna afei deɛ ɔmo fɛle forms no ɛde ama nipakuo bi a ɔmo so sɛ ɔmo betumi ato aba no ama obi ɛna ɔmo fɛle forms no ama no wɔ sɛ yɛn wɔn sɛ na me fɛle mpanyinfoɔ de forms yi ba sɛ yɛn nyinaa no obi a ɔyɛ MPP ni bi ɔpɛ sɛ ogyina bi ya no wɔn kɔ ade kɔfa form na yɛto so aba nti deɛ tina afei deɛ forms yɛkɔ ha mo ma yɛwura ha mo ma yɛbɛka bɛfa bi a form yɛnya bi afei deɛ MP fie na yɛsusu sɛ mo fɛle forms no saa deɛ a deɛ mo yɛn kyɛ sɛ mopɛ sɛ mobɔ yɛyɛ mo yikyiri yɛn sa ɛde gu akyi na mobɔ yɛyɛ nti saa deɛ a yɛde fa fidie so nyɛ ka kyerɛ mpanyinfoɔ ɛsɛ deɛ ɛsɛ fata ɛfɛ national MPP mpanyinfoɔ wɔsante mantam ya ɛkɔsi nkan ne mpanyinfoɔ ahodoɔ nyinaa sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ ɛyɛ asante akyɛm ahogo mpɛsua yi so no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛtumi aboɔ mo nti ɔmo ka kyerɛ mpanyinfoɔ sɛ nimu mpanyinfoɔ mmra na process ɔmo ayɛ ne nyinaa no ɔmo ntwa ne nyinaa mu because MPP mma ɛwɔ mpɛsua so no ɔmo anya forms ne bi amfa ankɔfele mpo no ɔmo anya contest kora sɛ obi kora contest ɔmo anaasɛ vet ne kora no ɔmo nyu bi kora ama na anvet ɔmo nti ɔmo ka nyinaa sɛ deɛ course no ɛntwa yie ti mpanyinfoɔ ɛhwɛ na ɔmo nfa ɔmo sam na ɔmo bɛyɛ contest ne yie asa deɛ a ɔmo nso bɛtena ase ɔmo nso bɛdecide sɛ ɔmo bɛto abande ama independent candidate obi obeyi ne ti bia no ɔmo bɛto abande ama no.
No. Wow. Very interesting. And then to say ɔmo agitation wo yie sɛ ɛba ne sɛ anko through what will happen ɔmo ka kyerɛ o.
ɛno me no ɔmo di nkɔmɔ ɛna ɔmo sɛ ɔmo deɛ ɔmo nka hwɛ deɛ di kan ɔmo twɛ petition ɛde abel regional ɔmo de bi akɔ akra na ɔmo hwɛ mpanyinfoɔ nim sɛ mpanyinfoɔ ɛmla ɛfɔm ɔmo sɛ ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo sɛ mpanyinfoɔ ɛmla fɔm na nsɛm a ɔmo de fa mfrɛ mu ɔmo ka nyinaa sɛ nokura bi anim a na ɔmo ahu sɛ nokura bi anim na sɛ ɔmo ba fɔm na ɔmo hwɛ sɛ nokura bi wɔ mu na sɛ deɛ sɛ ɛfata sɛ ɔmo nim sɛ MPP amanyɔkuo no ɔmo de ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ transparent ɔmo yɛ nokurafoɔ ɔmo di nokorɛ na aba tuo mu so no ɔmo pɛ sɛ nokorɛ ɛde adi obi biara mu na amemrefe nkɔhyɛ obi mu deɛ a ɔmo ka akyerɛ mpanyinfoɔ nyinaa sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo na grounds na ɔmo mɛhwɛ na sɛ ɔmo ba na sɛ sɛ ɔmo ama grounds na sɛ deɛ ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo amfa nyɛ adwuma deɛ a ɛna ɔmo bɛtu ɔmo fo ɛwɔ Nyankopɔn yɛ adwuma a bato ɔmo bɛtu deɛ ɔmo bɛtu ɔmo fo nti members a wohu nyinaa no ɛnyɛ ebi a sɛbi amanyɔkɔ bi ɛma na mmom ɛyɛ MPP mma na nkasa no mo wɔ no ɔmo san kora ka sɛ ade baako a ɛsa ha ɔmo nyinaa ne sɛ wohwɛ a abato yɛ ato ne nyinaa no from last year last 8 years to last 4 years no wohwɛ mmɛhyɛ bɛgyene no a na yi no ne vote a wonyina so tia na ɛte ni sɛ saa nneɛma wɔ nyinaa yɛ nneɛma a ɛde nka akɔ so na ha party ma na de bɛsi na me no ka sɛ ni sɛ mpanyinfoɔ no ɔmo de ɔmo te fam wɔ na ɔmo yɛ MPP ma na ɔmo dɔ MPP na ɔmo ka mpanyinfoɔ ntie na sɛ bi a ɔmo yɛ no kwasa na sam ɛma yɛ kɔto aba ne ma obi a sɛbi ɔno woni ɛyɛ party no dɔ na obedu ɔmo anim di a de ɔmo ka nyina ne sɛ ɛne ɔmo so betu ɔmo fo na ne ɔmo so akyɛnye ɔmo nsa te sɛ deɛ esi wɔ tante adwuma agogo hɔ ayi baabi a agogo na ɛnɛ ɔmo nyɛ nipa ne data a wodi ɔmo so no saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na bɛkɔ so kɔ no ho abato mpɛsu aso nti ɔmo de ɔmo ka kyɛ mpanyinfoɔ to ɔmo fo ɛne de ɔmo abɔkɔ gyan na ɔmo de kyerɛ ɔmo anibrɛ so ɛne nneɛma ahodoɔ ɛkɔ so ɛnyɛ nti ɔmo ka kyɛ mpanyinfoɔ sɛ ɔmo tu ana mo asa deɛ ɔmo so bɛto aba na ɔde ama independent candidate obi obeyi ne tu wɔ bia no ɔmo to aba na ma no.
Okay. Ato the chima because it here ashanse ne there it means that ebeko any other polling station be within areas ni na nti no for any the chima asem when na nema be sie no na yasa banche bi na abedi nkomo yeda se ye pa
Matibla Kojo yesu ye di akire say atu was say no da bi enko ye bia no ye be di akire no ti ano obi am opposition no e na o ma hyase o man kasa mo party ma o mafia wo dem no ni say o mo say ya be pretty media ene da Kojo wa hu sin media na je the one we are ene ma be ebe ha dwena mo ebe ha dwene papa because o he nipa eno a mo bu afu a o mo yese sempinifo ama na no mo no ma mekasa na de se fata mo se empesuan so be bia banimu na obi akofa forms no na o ma ye registration no ukọ contest na lusu na o betra ba bi ene mo so mpene sa dan say ye be hye dem and a quanture baby, near feeling a month before the Yamomo. Now, young contest to Omo. Now, over Sanko for on a post, not the end of the day, almost the party now go to the almost a month. Into the back of your city.
Okay.
You get the Rebecca, in whom I am Rebecca.
Sure.
Into the end of fashion with him.
Sure.
And what money and a Cassan and you did so much in Crown, as almost in Crown. I said the almost can open tea. That's almost up for trouble in the most position as well, but Haka in your form.
Okay. Ato, you better see you pa. Ato Kamena, and then no 18 coming from the Ashanti region. So the Ashanti Achim Central, MPP, polling station elections in Ebaswono, and executives in Inano, Bibena se Nema Enshada and Kuye, Nuntino, Omaboku Jaya, Omudihu and Komono. Enche na Zigestic, but brought to you by Gentleman Dental Clinic. Na Gentleman Dental Clinic is a main country, say, Eba Aya was sent. Na wo se ehun enkomo ye pa dia me pacho wa katre no na memfa wonko Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited na woni mpemfo enkodi enkomo honom omo oye examination when any consultations and after root canal treatment RCT omo ye scaling after polishing extraction and after teeth whitening braces and after teeth replacement teeth jewelry and after restoration nina omo ye Gentleman Dental Clinic ahonomina omo ye no and of course enche omo de Zigastic, bro, right here, Kessben, Maakye. So, meeting Edaman Sanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah. My making can ye o messages in be a mount quick now, Fimimra, Ziga, so now, if you're no more. Na me the withdraw Bank of Ghana issues in Inano. You be dinning ho and como e will fear hand. Now this one says from Golden Boy Anas Mamponting. He says, good morning. Greetings to Chairman Kufulu of Kwabri East. The super incompetent opposition party MPP, they are totally confused and desperate due to their massive loss poto in the 2024 elections. It is scattered their brains, especially Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, instead to speak about the reason why he invited him to the church. He is making politics over there. You see the hypocrisy of the MPP leaders. And as I said, there is no message at all. If you Golden Boy announcement Ponting or the Ebayan, and this one is also coming from Sami Boachi Amasamanka. He says we are highly discerning and perceptive. And we cannot ignore the substantial loss of approximately $44 billion in the banking sector. BOG respectfully, is it true that the governor has met with the NDC bloggers and paid them $50,000 to suppress the story? Well, I don't know. Like you're asking if it is true, I can't tell either. And then you move on to say, meanwhile, teachers and nurses are still waiting their salaries for 14 months. Cocoa farmers are not being compensated. On and on. It's too long, but I'll end it here. Where if yes, Sami Boachi Honomna or the Eba. Now this one is Bosheba Amisti Gosuzongo. He says that please, Mr. President, the cocoa farmers in the country are suffering all because they have their cocoa beans, but there is no money to buy. So why this disappointment? My regards to Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, Honorable Mavis Hakumsen, MPP National Women Organizer, hopeful, and then Kojo Safa Puku Onosone Dio de Eba Enonom. This one is from Kwame Acidity Ahafo. Or say on behalf of the team of Honorable Wusu Nkrumah Abebio incoming Ahafo regional chairman, hopeful, wish our lovely brothers and sisters who will write their BEC today the very best of luck in their examination. Your hard work today build you tomorrow. Special greetings to Wusu Nkrumah Abebio incoming Ahafo regional chairman of the NDC. Onosonedia or the Ebaye. No. Now this one is from Martin Jan in Ejiso Domiabra. He says, welcome back from the weekend, sir. Welcome to Martin. Ghanaians should accept this fact and be free no matter what President Mahama will do to our energy system. We will still suffer till the next 2 years of his tenure in office. Nothing can change that. Regards to my mother, Auntie Ekuya Ajinkwa of Esase Bontifufu, and happy Mother's Day to her in advance. Okay, Martin, mommy, that's ye pa. Let me read this one from Afrani Electricals, Pakoso Estate, Kumase. He says that the problem of Ghana is just simple. The unnecessary politicization of everything in Ghana ahead of patriotism and nationalism. Secondly, the 1992 constitution must be revised and to the current trend of issues confronting the nation. But the sad truth is that the NDC MPP are not ready to engage it. Ghana is bleeding. This one is from Afrani Electricals, Pakoso Estate, and Odiwe Ebaye. Now this one is from Teacher Constitution. Now, if you remember, Teacher Constitution, Yamwasi says that aspiring Efija Setre East MPP communications officer, I'll say thank you, Dr. Baumia, for speaking plainly to Mr. Esedu Nketia at the SD anniversary celebration in Sunyane. You can't seek NDC leadership while your government let Ghanaians down. Doomso continues and cocoa farmers are still waiting for payment after the price reduction. Greetings to Honorable DKM, Honorable Mavis Nkansa Boedu, and Asantemai Kuka. Okay, honestly, dia or the ebaye and no. 23 minutes into 8 a.m. And then on Zike, I will take you straight to one of our school buildings, a war a Greater Accra Hanum. To be specific, Apenkwa area, Honu school never Hono. I'll mention the school name for you. We are there live today. And someone is see yeah, a Newtown. Is it Newtown, Bavana area, or Richard? If that is the name of the place, yeah, Newtown. The collapse of a school building a Hono. And we are looking at all the school buildings, all the building structures in Nina. We are watching carefully. They are doing perfectly well. Citizen journalism, they are doing well. Engineer, I'll mention his full name when we come back. Now, school back where Apenkwa, we are there live. Derek, a school building, the best show live. Now, share. The fear says dino ya nyahu bibia enkwala kom enkwala ko try exams wom headmaster and headmistress for nyina wom empemfo ko every day ebedi ehun komo. We're going to go there live today. I didn't na betro live e Kessben TV so na fe so mutie e 92.9 no so no beti de ekọ ene de eba nyina and mo so mo wo eye Facebook no so no betumi ababa be share eye school structures ni nyina. We eating into these spaces the enhwe de ekọ ene de ben how you betumi solve our problem ni nyina. 25 minutes into 8 a.m. Ziga atena se yemfa ziga steak no and brought to you by Gentleman Dental Clinic. Nafi yentwa jumedini. So like I told you, Madi Jibril will sit with me today, the National Director of Elections and IT of the NDC. Nafi Dakebiano, yeah, the Asosu Honum. And this brings me to Nana Frimpong Ziga. Bibiabo Korea.
Yeah, Bibiabo boss.
Weekend in Ukoye.
Nice.
Yeah, the radiase. Yeah, the radiase. Yeah, fine.
Now, I would say in the history of world elections, presidential elections, party BN was a candidate where we need election that. It has happened once. It was US. But enokan was in circumstances be and a mass had in by NPP. They have advantage, so be utilizing that history. That's our president, but I'm sorry to say, the ambassador opposition. Oh yes, ambassador opposition, because party our power in you, and as sometimes okay omuntie, because power not the dignity. You get me? Our power not the dignity, and the sikana wohunu, and the how busy. Omo ye make money tino de bia no ase o ka asem kire omo a omo ntie ba me hunu party a e wo opposition a wo mu ni hwene enso pese omo bo se me hunu bi da te say NPP me hunu party a woni nan gina so nanso asem wan tokwa ene America wo mu nko a no mbekọ akofa aba ebi ni New Patriotic Party. Ambassador opposition, be with me. Ambassador opposition. Who does my back come back to the wall? Na me nim se ma di beba hane.
Madi Jibril catch me say Ziga. Abatuo no nye kasa o. Enye kasa. Enye tobe o. Enye schemes ni agenda o. Eye competence. Ade na ekoso no. Yes, fine. Incumbency, you can say a power. Chairman for the secretary for national executives DB, regional executives DB. One more person, yes, I two almost swaba. And no more use the police station for no. And one more call for system, send your bay as adiano. Do election, you better about your mom. Dear make an what I say. Listen. Etienne people for referring for this nonsense. They wouldn't be that. Alan Chamate time and I'm yes, I we see. And I'm with the wicked Alana and the Papa Yamia Domarakwa when you party in Mubium. Problem for Frosaba. Multimisiano quite the same thing. They be the same thing. They be a bakonwa, don't better opposition. They be the same thing. Monsi Sada. The last police station executive elections. Yet to be another 10 p.m. 1 to be. How much 2 p.m. 2 a.m. 1 to be. 12 a.m. 1 to be. A brag guidelines, sir. Ne de mother cut to about obviously 7 a.m. 2 p.m. near pong. A big cry at 5 p.m. near pong. Ebu ya organize we no be atu ya bo me enko kan ne declare ne enko e baby. Ye the form se kwasha chairman is a bi di ho enko for top forms e ye di bia kwasie ye di bia koma me office bi ye di bia obetra opposition. Obetra opposition. Because Alan Chamati shadow e da so NPP. One ni Canada Japan. On se ne de ekoba no enko for every minute to it say Canada Japan call for no these are people that they want to sabotage them. Oh, that's how they boba. And just a member of parliament. Did you see the Facebook? Say a per se, you just scheme per se to because or creative process so could you compare question to that. It was your dear. Maakye committee report, the dear part of the woman will be. Some misses idea will dia police station executive election dia and you're not to say and we pay you. Send 2 million to me and Kotwaba. 2 million and Kotwaba. That's a 2 million. No, Moody, yes, sir. Nana Kufado, who were him quadia and no credit. Police station for yes, sadly, almost Bebran Kotwaba. Police station for. Obi hold man, one year police station chairman. Will be a police station executive. Ye Tom Forbes the crowd would that. One word that's what so your chairman or your secretary. Or better than say ya 2 abandon ye. Send it for 1 kotwaba. Na mamika sasem we say. Tie me, chemanim, mamika sasem we say. Okwa Ashanti Regina. Yes, ya branch bi wo on the chairman would to me nam. On Ferris Andrew Sasa why. And the guy hijacked the party for almost 12 years now. Obi eni Ashanti Regina bet me akanya sasa that guy. Kessben 92.9. Mama send it sa signal away from home. Me Godon the routine and yaki and watu. Or me are best friends. And I want Godon Asaribedi account to become NPP National Communication Director. But on person chairman who to me Eddie and friend say chairman, national chairman. What we not that nonsense going on there? They will hear from us. NPP party in your biadia. What we not some hijack party no. Oh, why we have flow? Yes, a papa be a friend. Say Andrew Sasa why open the DB. Yes, was say Samira Baumia say. We will bet to know your way Juba. Samira Baumia can be bia. Samira Baumia me or frame one can be bia. Mama fast someone Kwasawano 92.9. Once the same confirmed the police station mama chairman who to be a chairman. Munya Sadeno, Munya somebody Samira Baumia dinam no. And Dr. Baumia the most dangerous thing here. Almost from one say, oh, Dr. Baumia say, a Kufuado called 3 times, Ebiana Wena, so they should protect him in the 2022. Jesus Christ. And I did the pop back to Pamianu. About 10 people, more than that. And after me, Casa will say the chair, including the other presenters, broadcasters. They've been telling us this. Why? Nankofo obi on your party executive. Just me can you. When your party executive, hold the BB or party, or no hijack party no Ashanti region. Or no extra baby a party in court. When the better body be, where to a body be, when I be away. Hey, that dances will stop today. When I'm catch up.
Okay.
I will stop them when I'm coming. See, some person chairman would to be, what did the chairman? We are giving them 2 weeks to refrain from that. That's how they will hear from us. And no man anymore that can 2 votes go Debbie. Jamaican watch us here. You're low down. Your person papa require the campaign will be Pia or person or Kokoye the Juba Biano. Jamaican watch us here. We have kept quiet for them to go to the election because it is not good for so be a can ambition to lead the party. Now because some Nadia Sen. But if somebody is from your camp, depriving people using his power and to suppress people, then they will hear from us. Dr. Baumian Kabibia said 2032, or begging for 2032. It's your fan for Shaw, no more Kotwa Ban Saman 2022, Debbie. Sabira Baumian flow beyond country and say, Yana Mafia Manu Debbie. No man, you're careful. Some load of course nearby, no. See, yes, I cost the Bioma. I'm telling you. What do I want to know?
Okay.
That's your diablo.
Mate. But I say, Ziga, and you're turning Kano. So, Ziga Steak was brought to you by Gentleman Dental Clinic. Now, also in Kanjos and the branches, you know, a be a Nungwa main lorry station. And I feel so, Oko, Accra, Accra, you know, Tomek down, Kwabenya runabout, on Sa Ebekomo, Ewa Kukumasia, Abreport Junction of Bantama High Street, and then Techiman, a magazine of Kenton Road, and then Oko Kofrodia, so a Omobeng Central Police Station, Ewa Kofrodia, and then Takrade Tadisco Junction, and then a flower opposite GCB Bank, no, a honum and normal, and then in Tamale Tishigu opposite post office, na a Bang MTN office, no, and I feel so called a Tonsuswa, a high school junction traffic light, no, a honum and a omo a war, and you know over to me and your gentleman, a war a yes, I brony na me boss one. On my numbers, no, a 0598 731 823 0598 731-823, and I say 055-9139-582 055-9139-582, and I say 054-9906-588 054-9906-588. Now when they judgment for Indi and Komo na omo ebeboa ye pa na fe no yako ye nimu ankasa which I quote time now again it started 6 minutes into 8 Kessben 92.9 FM Accra and I'm for Kessben TV so midin e dey man sign so for Kojo Preko Dankwah otanti enka biowa www.kessbenonline.com Okoha onsa ebeka and then on DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121. We are live also where your Facebook Kessben TV and I feel so Kessben 92.9 FM. So I earlier on told you say Feyati ni SC structures a war across the regions and I'm saying that listen one more time can we takrade and then be a tamale and then Greater Accra baby bia. I mean, like I told you the last time, we're now going to see you as citizen journalism. And to know the muhu biana mofo se enko ye biano. Mama ya sotia, ye be DH na ye reporters abaho na fe no the wo biano ye da to ayem painful him. We want to see all the videos and niema enko ye ewo ye wo bron no bia so no become the citizen journalist and Kessben marching na fe no Yemfasa na nyina ento edwa. Mema o telephone number, WhatsApp number, o do videos no bi bia beto so. Ama yense na be ye bi di akire na afi dano nyina no ye de no so abedan na afei no oman ni nyina ne district ni nyina ahwe. So we're starting with a Greater Accra, and to be precise, Apenkwa cluster of schools where ye Okankwe North Apenkwa honom na ye hwe sisia. So we have Presby 1, Presby 2, and another one's basic schools be a honom. But it's interesting structures then what na ye hu na yam shien. But Derek e wo honom sisia, we want to go there live. Na yen hwe de ekoso wo honom akodu school ho anope. The structure, the school building no same power and a tier yen no enkomo na fe yembra back na me head aka any de wo ho nyina. Derek what me nka me mo watching eba ye Kessben Maakye. So but sisia no I'm sure so wa Apenkwa cluster of schools, right?
General ho na me gina sese ya.
Okay, so share the echo edien pa and the cost so ewo eye Apenkwa cluster of schools. Then pa na wo honom.
General me da se oba ahase ya me no kasai ye nyina we yanim asem se ene enkola etro wo mo exam sam che GHS for no nene na wo mo ehase na oba Apenkwa cluster of schools ha no miensa Presby 1, 2 and 3 and nipa wo mo etro ewa hase edodo no nyina 228 ema ene mema na omgichemu a Presby 1 no ema no 34 emema 46 ana afei Presby 2 no nso no ema no 40 emema no 30 ana Presby 3 no ema no 32 ana ema no so 32 sisi ya me no kasa de oba hase ya wo mo behwe exams no so nyina atumi aba me no kasa yi sabre wo mo hwe se omba betro exams no na ye ba ye no ye nyina ntua se Apenkwa cluster of schools no oba cluster of schools hase ya wo mo building na mu no building na kane Greater Accra mayor osisi ye cluster of schools no osibi no osibi ma Apenkwa na oba Apenkwa ha de na ho ana na senka center no ensenko mo chro na ba bia me no kasa ye gina sese ya no Presby 1 no ha Presby school Apenkwa Presby primary school na sese o mo movie center no de aba o mo eba betro ni nyina ne se de ye ba bia o mo wo no ana dan a kane mayor esi ema wo mo no me no kasa ye dan no cracks aba ho se de amanfo ehye yen ana se kachire yen no ye ba yen no kre eno de nam so ama enne me no kasa yin sese wo mo ayi center no free cluster of schools ho de aba Apenkwa Presby primary school ho be bia me no kasa yi gina ye kasa nyina no be bia Presby primary ho ho no mo chro due to omo dan no a cracks aba ho no na ye mpese atiefo aso besi wo ho se bi otumura na ya kire sie nti be bia ye gina sese ya de primary school ho no mo movie de aba ye de mo kọ dan no ho be bia na akrake na enam so amankola ne intimi ntro exams no wo ho nemom omo eba betro exams no ewo primary school ha no na yama atiefo ahu se ne ye ka no enokre na meka ya na atiefo beka ya medical kase building and a class of school building ya and cracks aba ho no former mayor Oko Vanderpoy dan na osisi cluster of schools na osisi bi wonkan no ana nam so ema Apenkwa Presby omo nso enya bia sabre eno nso na omo enso ko school mu a na fiti ebra nkola ne ba mu no na se esi dan ewie nkola ne eba mu no me no kasai dan no cracks aba dan no ho sisi ya no omusuro se anhwe yi a na edan no akwakubu agu nkola ne sanse ye hwe de si new town a ene ade a school dan a na sebe yenka bi nhemu a ebu egu so no egugu mpani enkrofo bi omo asore ne ade no omo mpese si ye no ebi be sibiem enti se no nti anene municipal assembly no education directorate no ahwe se da bi omo man kola na entro exams no ewom na emom ombe ma enkola no aba ha sei aba betro timi no kasa ye do kodan no ho ni ahwe ba bi a cracks no wo na cracks no kra no ehya da be eno ayi ana se da be wo hwe cracks e wo dan no ho a menye sure se eno ayi a ade e wo ho dadaada na mame emma atiefo ene ahwefo nyina so nte se wo sanke ne headmasters ne headmistress ne wo ha ni bi kasa nenso wo mu aka asini pipo se enya de ayam wo mu kwan se obia etumi ekasa wo ho nemom ye be kire cracks no nam so ene me no kasa wo mu ayi ɛyɛ ɛdan no anase center no afiri ha a omode ekɔ ɛyɛ primary school ho no nti say abase no primary school no so yapon wo mo for whole 1 week no nyade a omo so be ko school nti cracks no enie baabi asese a wo hwe ɛyɛ dan no class of schools no ne dan no achi ana eginan na hwes the way asia papa ya sebe ɛyade a ehu pa eyie na nhwe mu kakra ye ba ya te anase ya atworo kɔ ama ampanifu a so so still nkosi aga wo hwɛ ɛdan we ya ha de dia kyerɛ sɛ wotimi sɛ apai kora asi efiri soro aba bisi efom ɛdan no ɛto aso miensa ɛyɛ 3 story ɛna ɛto aso miensa ɛme no kasa yi presby 1 presby 2 presby 3 ana omuomu azese ya no isan sɛ apapai no enti center ye yefiri ha nemum apart from say center ne yefiri ha de still an nkola no da so timu a wo mu esuade e wa ha sei a wo bra edan no apapai mpanifo kiremu a omo atworo akọ enso still oba ha sei nso a eno nso eyade a apai enche ha de utimi se apai kese pa minim ahwe asem de me ho kakra ebetimi adwuragu se de asi aye no womo a omu ennim no edan musie utimi se edan ya abronsan papai efiri esoro ebesi form say ya eyade ehu pa enti ne sense apapai nti ana municipal directorate ne chemu a enyade a e se enkola no etenamu etro exams no na wotwe no nemum woso wo mu ekọ ne yesu bebusa se so enra eni ne ya ne papa ya na no de asem sebe hwe akire ha nyina apapai akire ha nyina papa ya akire se ehu pa enti brokwadwo said ye yete no said ye hu no no kre se apenkwa cluster of schools dan building na omo atimu no apapai ama enamso ama eye center wo senka wo mo etro exams no ewo mu kra no wo mo ayi afiri ho dan no nanimu ni aha dan no nanimu eni nti baabi ana apapai ni nyina ye dan no achi baabi a papa ni nyina eye dan na chi se me no kasa yi se uba animu ha no nso a animu ha nso baabi cracks kakra ewuwum wo hwe dan no a cracks wum pa se animu ya mpanifo hwe ho asem na wo mo edi isan se ye ba na animu ha se ya nso a obunu be kasa front elevation ha nso a eno so still cracks wa ha wo hwe ase no na wo hwe eye ehonhon no a ni nyina cracks wa ha Brakwadwo so obisa ya na sebe de yete ye na amanfo ka kire otiefo mobrohu ni bia ono asem ye no mobo na asem ehia no wono ebeka kire ye no enokre oba ha se ya dan no cracks wumpa na aside se dan no cracks wum no omu si foforo minim say because of we nti ana omu si ana say we no ye different project penifo ne kasa de anke ba behu ade ba ko nso a me ba ye masa hu ne se ma susu se eye school no omu ni eye be container omu de ball abegum enti ha bia we ye wo hoyi ha no omu to ball egu na wo hwe se de school dan yi wo na hwe ba bia wo mo ball ya to ball nso asun ha se ya ni nyina nso eye asemsebe enti brako so beside ya
school compound
na apenkwa presby compound no so ana eginan enti wo ba bia ball yigu ya ne oto nsa se ya ha na school dan no nso wo enti nyina wo compound no so me ba ha me nya sure so mo wo ball container o mo de ball gu mutugu fom ha se ya ti wo hwe ball ani ade na nyina wo compound no so a ha yi ne nkola no enso eco school ene ade a ade arehosem arehosem pa side se wo mo we say na wo hwe ba bi a ball no kora wo no a brekwadwo edi o ben yenko ball no so na de be ko ball no so ye peniye okọ ba bi a ball no ne sanse ball no wo tugu fom nti eye edua light pole wo ho eya wo mo hye wo hwe light pole no ho a wo hwe ai hwe tie nkola no wo se man hwe ya metietie ade mu na chese still wo mo ya ade nsugu ha wo mo se man hwe ya metietie ade mu wo hwe light pole ya we kra de ahye wo mo ahye edua na ahye enne support pole no ana pole no nso a light no so no so kra ahye ni nyina ye ball na omo ehye no ha nti omo ni container wo hwa ha sei ya eno so support eno nso enyina ahye kora eno nso ahye a kire se ni nyina eya arahosem a se sabi mpanifo animanimu ye omo ama mehwa e de asem beba wo hwe cable no a light cable no kora tim se eja na ehye hu nyina yetum hu nyina ayotum ni nyina ye ball container omo ni a womo eto bola egu ha ene ade no nti ene nam so ama sese ni nyina so ahwe ya de oye ne kese ene betumi abre oman edi mpanifo animanimu ya okakwe north municipal assembly education directorate no e wo se omohwe na womo eye enuoma eyie pa nya sade a ade a ede asem ebeba enti aha no eye enuoma mienu edan no akrake a eye bu egu nkola no so bola container nso obo nso a omu ni bi omo hye bola enti nam so ma light pole kura no connected to the school no emu no eno nso edua no ahye ba kura ahye kura ofiri ase ba ko nso hye na main light cable no nso no eno nso kura no ede no nso ehye enti no ma mienu ti ne ba Kojo ye ba ma ne afiri ha de na ha no omo problem no so pa animu ya wosenka ye tumi behwe ya ma mehwe a ede oye ne beba ma ye ntena ho ema ni ensinwie ansana ya tutu ka ase coat ni ade aba be kasa ade ensemtrofo akasa animu ya mpanifo nhwe na womo eni eho ejuma nyesa ede eye ne ede beba no sebe enye asempakra e wa ha sei general
Derek, you better say any baby I will share see at least telling us what I am calling no control as I'm saying afibium control na can send fata say hokra na so moko but because of anyema yehu any cracks in the dynamic you know is scary. You better a engineer or a civil engineer or no and a citizen journalism or day way so my make engineer YK Asante and a the way a brain but of course you didn't be actually say no di can you know na ya share a structure because what we see there no is a nice structure, a very good one on a good area that we think say I didn't create deep paint ache wow hona o do say paint ban home ache ye pa ache pa and if care is not taken yeah be hydrogen pa there can better say and you be din komobium as and when we're able to get to the district assembly to really tell us what they are doing about this particular structure now ebedi hon komo and as much as omunchuro wumu no metese nkrofo e wumu still ya park car was here obi enim de besi insu so to talk ahwea no any blocks in mreba so little by little nobody knows when this thing will happen tina wokana ayam hihie na ye de
general we say me can say eneno ewom so omo nchro wom nanso nkola ndom da so ko school wom enti omo chro no ana ye omo afiri a nanso omo tru wi a ye den ya omo maka form 2 4 no so be ba school wa ha enti wo sani manimu ya mpanifo hwe na omo ebedi hu ejuma.
Okay, all right. But I say Derek Befi and you turning Kano or day a year their course were apenkwa ema ye no the school that is really there you need a here assistance na ye tumi atwaso wo hono ehon komo na ye di se sia no wo check what time is 15 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. Yen twaso na fi yen ko aye biuji na fi mene madi Jibril ndi nkomo national director of elections and IT ndi nkomo and these issues, but of course, okay, we now filming a Bank of Ghana in Komodino because I have some few questions to ask. I'm only asking, and of course, many my baby say people will want to ask why I'm asking these questions and all that. But the sankomono, the minority claims it is 44 billion, majority claims it is 15.6 billion. What is Bank of Ghana saying? What is Bank of Ghana telling all of us? I say transparency versus interpretation of figures. That is what I will want to hammer on. I will want to know what they are seeing, the minority, and what the majority is seeing. Transparency is happening, and now interpretation coming from minority is where the problem is coming from. Again, I will want to know what it means to all of us. Policy cost and not commercial losses. These are the 4 things I want to really look at. That we can understand. I said I want to raise questions. I want to understand that Sunday press conference that happened. and then the import of that particular press conference as against what Bank of Ghana is telling us, and then the reasons why we have a 15.6 billion loss that we are talking about. I want to look at that. I also want to look at issues that will have to happen between what we mean by net loss and issues that has to do with total revenue, and then how we can calculate some of these things. I am not an economist. I'm going to show you just my little knowledge about what I see, transparency, the figures that I see, and then the reasons that are being given by Bank of Ghana. And hon komo ebedi ye ne eyema di wi a na afi ahwede ko ene de ba nyina ye da se madi ye frɛ wa be kan ye nsa migiri ye se bi eboko de
Kojo boko
yeah that's it
but my apology,
no problem.
Nanke was say me do at 8:30,
yeah,
but me supposed to fly out,
okay,
and now colleague to friend me say me before that time me be the man. But it's all about engaging party, so but not traffic area no na but I think that
it's all good.
My own say Ben so to look at interpretation and then transparency. My dear Mattia said back when he said all Sundays press conference I here for 8 years and for the people from Ghana.
Sir,
check it.
Sunday press conference.
All the ones somewhere Sunday press conference 8 years under the same leaders and people no. And for you inflation cost.
Oh,
inflation cost. Be amfa. Then they continue it.
Sunday press
conference. Media
met
me akano.
What check here when say Sunday press conference
on we by 8:10 they pen on me press conference on ajo 7 p.m. Yeah. And that's what they do. They do press conference Sundays on my press conference. My friend say haircut CD kosoro pole kosoro bibia ekosoro enti man ye because in someone road nina omoye and they have started again. But I believe he said they did the same thing of this press conference last year, the beginning of last year, on the same Bank of Ghana. I'm a FBA out. Say on the gold board issues. Brofu you. I believe that Brofu you.
Yeah, I remember.
And the same Brofu you na master statue. I mean, my party for you, Juma. I sure.
I think maybe I know who come obviously because it is something we really want to talk about. But party, we have a Kojo
Preko, Yamiase, party no more leaders ye Juma, party for so on every level, be Juma a year. Until in will get opportunity. I see that here, any man yankopo na ya da party for say over branches, constituency, ward coordinators. Regional executives and omukrabom executives are obia ehwesena ebetima party where I strong etimi pushy party whilst the government is doing the good work to also be able to carry the government into the next levels ajuba nti asida ena mama nyame for all these things that has happened to NDC now.
Okay. Ansana wo bano na yedin komo wo Asante Achim Central, especially with the MPP where omo polling station omo wo issues. One of the issues omo raising has to do with MPC ni bi ase akofa form some certain people are omo say omo no omo nko vetting and omo checking hu sam pampa san crofo no so anko vetting akofa nsem bebre aba Asante Achim Central. And indeed I quite remember most time you din koma wo say these areas, and especially the ward polling station near Mano, a whole some kind of adding. So you start from there, clear all these things before then you can move on from there. Meaning, say, obviously, some of these things will crop up. How prepared is the NDC to manage some of these few pockets of things that will happen within the polling stations, the ward, the constituency, and the regional? Yes, sir.
Ege ba mfa kunya wenchia utiefo ene wahwefo no pay na mensanda mase. These are some of things we are doing. Say ye party juma. Say enye executive nkwa no na daily. Members no be subeti maybe. So you go beyond only the party platform and also come to the public platform to engage so that at least the what in chenkwapo ehu ade awo ye. The better one say opportunity are more my that it goes far. I want to say it goes far. So for the last 1 week, we get 3-4 TV radio stations. You may not see it because NDC has moved. So why are you on TV? Why are you on radio? Why are you not going to be on a platform? It will be with the short small people, and the meetings will not be the way you want it. In fact, in every political party, the base, say 1 to me and 2 and 13 year, you always have challenge. You cannot have a perfect system. It's difficult for you to have a perfect system, but you have a system to run on, to build upon it. And to share party NDC, your base here, you had almost 7 months in our tour.
Wow. 7
months from January. And at the tour, we come to radio, we go to our platform, we go to our constituency to engage. You're a human institution. So we have challenges, especially when the base is broad. You're talking about 40,646 branches.
Hey.
Yes, that's the number we are dealing with. We are dealing with people, at least young contested crowd. We are dealing with 368,000.
Wow.
Executives.
That's huge.
Yes. Then now talking about even your members of the party who are members, say register, you talk about 2 million and over. Then talk about even the sympathizers. So a system you need to manage it and take your time to do. You may have the bashes, you may have the challenges, so you go slowly. So we began with say, okay, registration. Be registered now my members to also show interest. So members did it. It might not be the perfect one, but you are giving opportunity for people to see say ABB. You see the view, you have validation the register. Say engine to say it's we've gone through where the challenges are, we resolve them. Now we have gotten to a point okay, now you be a share branch, Yeah, caught this process, from 92 when we pick. In fact, when you got to there's a time you don't pick nomination. I want for the echo. So we got to a point in 2018. It's okay. I didn't tell the young man of being coffee nomination form. So we introduced that nomination form picking in 2018. It came with its challenges and no physical. Yeah, we are see debut and no so the challenge by. So last 4 years we went into online. That online issue also have its issues, but we were able to have the current executive now. Yeah, Kobium. It's a bad then because there are issues people raise. We or see better for mama. Now when your forms, it also creates its own problem. We have to lose some seats. We have to have challenges. So how we do? Our partners are not individual. It's say you're online. Online in no limitation. And you say, Mr. Kojo say what ya block it be obi atimi never be a etobi. So that this issue of you are stopping me stop we every hall. Over a date and calendar so say we look up on now. You be elections, whoever you are, you be vetting. You be vetting. Also to allow for people to appreciate. It might even happen say all the 999 and African nomination in each branch. But because you gave opportunity for many, it reduces that suspicion say and now we say and obey say. Kojo, interestingly, once you be elimination from the 2nd of May, I be 16th of May. We wait for nomination online. We have made that in public, we have made all these things. But people want to pick nominations.
Still.
Yes, people want to pay for other candidates. Ours is that NG be check. Minji Kojo check, na Kojo na Rich Ebeka say, Oji Kojo check until we are basi. Yes, so we already check. I don't have problem. Go to the constituency, engage the constituency executive, get a team, pay through the system, which we have made a system for you to pick a bulk forms.
Okay.
We be picking bulk form. You have more coupon on it. You to 500 there. We 100. You have more 100 coupons. Now you don't buy for Kojo ni ID ni you feel in it. Ya chira okrapo. How do you even do it? So obetu ya ma amanfo enya wo kasa keke. Koji omudata ebia se branch ha na obeji omudata ji omudata. O de ba obetina officer. Wetu esika we feel on fa omo. we were printed there come on ya chira we na. So these are the things that you do that would make people to get what you are doing without any issue. We are not saying say issue same, but in fact me no can say no obi afre obi so betua we so betua the confusion you me say in fact confusion bi amba we man for tell say obetua the obetua no ntua so ati say say man say obetua enti mo ya me offer man yen ntua me kotua obi kotua wade we be say me tua mom say me nua we me tua o ti ba me feel filing fee and say bibia.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Oh, my koto. Me dey me enjoy because me pay last minute. My top form so betu o nti me identity. Oh, mama me form sika. Go. Enye we enye ntoko we say we MPP say obeto chairman bi say na kwen no enye ntokwa. Obi a party juma. O to ma na chale o si chairman say o beto. Me na not of form no do. Ni chale performance can bring. Whoa.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And that one, there's no problem with it.
There's no problem. It's
okay.
You see, we can't pretend to think that we are doing something. Yenim sena jimano echo. Yenim challenges are a woman. So the first system we crap apart from say picking nomination. Could you apart from metia may communicate? Your call center.
Okay.
Responding to the issues on the ground.
Okay.
Responding to the issues on the ground. We know there will be a challenge in terms of maybe a system issues. So when we open nomination, we have no close it until 16th.
Even the call center is also working.
No, me 16th. As I sit here, I can tell you how people are entering.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can tell you.
Okay.
Say when for saying I enter so far, what have we done? That is what we are doing.
Wow.
That is where we are gotten to as a party.
Wow.
In the last 10 minutes, enter. So we have done, as I've said, we human and especially human interface. But cyber block will be opportunity to file. No. No. So we
not even allowed.
Kojo, we are not looking at our colleagues.
Okay.
You learn from some
mistakes
will be also say now we not start here. It means that you are not giving anybody say privilege. Say okay, because of Koje Maradona in Crawford. Obi in Crawford, party in Crawford. For me, that's what I believe in. No. We all belong to the party, and we want the good of the party.
Okay. All right. One of the issues so that we needed you to address has to do with payment of dues.
Okay.
Now, Ebise Omokwa, and I say in getting access to the thing, they're asking say Omo full dues payment. They being up to date. Ono sano obey then are there problems with that?
Kojo, in the first place, if you are picking nomination to contest elections, the system never will not ask you about your dues payment.
Okay.
There be.
Okay.
A platform standing on its own for you to pick a nomination form. And it doesn't talk about say me akwa bisa me say me tua. There be. And to what say about to pick you go through the process which is form.ghana.ndc.com. Forms.ghana.ndc.com.
Okay.
Maybe domain amount. That will be top form, and then you go to forms, buy forms. Now you allow you to enter your party ID number.
Okay.
Or party ID number. But top forms, so I say okay, forms no some I could make 20 cities. Then you allow you to enter your phone number. One. Your phone number and say no one your momo number. Then you enter second number. But your not phone number now using a different from momo number. You enter a first phone number. That in case there's an issue, we can reach you on it. Then now you enter a momo number that you can now use to pay
for the forms.
For the forms.
Okay.
So you do this and then confirm. We send it. We know. They are code, access code. So what you have to Ghana citizen you say more access code to log in to now access the forms. Okay. To now access the form. Meaning say we code what media will be mu use so. Make to code. My use make me that Kojo my top form my top code amount. Then you can now use your code to get and log in for the forms. Now say me log in first you enter your party membership number. once you are an old member of the party, or a database, you know, so no. When you enter party membership number, now we didn't be a filling form, so no.
Automatically.
Oh yes.
Wow. It is supposed to be so.
Yes.
My top forms in the year 20 Ghana cedis, you know, menya code, you know, my sign the code na I enter.
I log it in. Now you come to the forms.
I come to the forms
now you are going to now claim
okay.
forms. So no.
Okay.
Now you first enter your party ID number.
Okay.
What do party ID number and check correct? It will now fill in. Kojo Preko Dino Bibia.
The constituency one age Bibia.
The only thing now you do is to now select your position over contested.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. Then now you download your picture. In fact, you are giving you opportunity. So who phone so I give you opportunity to even take yourself a picture. Now and I say then you go into submission. You submit the form. Now I give you opportunity now to download it.
Okay.
Now you download it and print the form and hold it as a candidate, hard copy. No, we are not representing for the elections. But now you would, before now you more pick forms. No, I mean I'm database soft copy. Yeah. Where because there are some areas that are optional because they don't want you to delay on the filling of the forms.
Okay.
And they say proposer and the seconder. Say remember BR but that's so which means that you have to bring people on your side to enter their name. Let's say print it. We are no kojo you be so second me. Now my also propose me na second me. We'll do that one with pen. We'll feel it. That's all about it.
Oh, okay. It second day near you need it doesn't matter who the person is.
No, a party member.
It should be a party member.
But you don't enter it on the system if you don't have that available.
Okay.
To allow the system for you to run. Because the entire year, you know. In fact, party Frank said they will agree with us on this one. The last time when we tried to do this, many people received the forms. Branch for receiving forms online. But the ACN say, Kojo, be in your opportunity because smartness or print not a blank. Or printing form only with a photocopy. Then they run empty photocopies and go and give to people to fill the forms. It didn't help the party. And they say no, the form na APA free system on Preko Kojo Udine was so number so. Say we will be the say last minute we say we pay we the main emfa. And then now the party for na car say yentimi bibi e betimi aboa na yenya uniqueness of say no doubt in free system no more.
Okay.
That is what it happened. Now individual forms so because we know say individual normally buy forms branch chairman but me want me talk forms na ma me crop for work connect me talk individuals I work say ma me mboa na me so me talk forms mo de obe contest bi anti system no allow you to buy your bulk forms. What me no court system so with my party ID because I want to buy forms no make a check for say 20 metal form to my month forms no now better forms 20 me number so okay maybe use me number party ID any me number there are me coupons of 20
okay
coupons of 100 then me okay. Because me 2 years our cost no
okay
it's this coupon no say codes into codes na we don't ma Kojo we don't ma Kwame we don't ma no say so ma logging in with their codes to now continue the process.
Okay, into say so what the code in the manual.
Yes.
Me fan say Richard Matama Richard
yes.
Matama omo ha nyina. Into the code in the back Richard ho.
Is about one code
Richard kwa.
On kwa say o cost domain so a.
No.
Or because for forms you know say o log in. Or log in now in the party ID they say Richard on the party ID and a input. So our database in so it will fill in. I can't say me chairman, me organizer. We are try the picture. A friend say was submit it, we download a print we.
Oh, okay. Inti Emma ni pakrono to any dimu that.
David only the sound to that the book
he bought the forms.
With the wood and say into a bad issue ye pay share best of issue ever Kojo say auto form box auto 100 forms but you won't say ye ma only 88. What is it? We can now deal with you. So forms now my code now to a challenge we also because we don't know the other people. Into one of the cases I be the rich. Okay. What is how? Okay. So your number will be there when I walk away. No. Okay. That's how.
But Madi, you show before. So okay. So Claire, I mean, we do. So it means that it doesn't necessarily have to do anything with dues.
No. Dues said. I just say exit the platform.
Okay.
Dues in the NTS here in Chilemu TTT and they say. Obi a wo don party no so me say me a party member. So what show would you know? Every month we also introduce. That is the guideline. So Obe contest elections so contest yes also person party no to also have the party to introduce. Into every month be a 2 cities Kojo. 2 cities into 1 year a year. But because I create 2 cities now, also usually first then you manual na ABS canon okay into party no fa say kwan for into start etua wo say on online so utua momo but utua no utua 2 cities also start 2 cities into so utua 1 year 2 years but usually most of the times the woman say after elections you won't have to pay dues anymore.
Okay.
That reality, it's there. We can't pretend. That reality. And for you even to sustain keeping the system to run, difficult. So at any given time, be an echo to a bar. Now, question say, we could see any we see. So what I say. So both we say we relocated.
Yeah.
And the forms are where we see you. It now I say at any given time, but do I say, oh, I'm say I see introduce.
Yes.
It's because we have not paid for that time. So we are almost every election we always do back payment. It's only few who pay in advance.
So that you can be up to date.
Up to date.
Because okay, I get the essence of
that. Is how
it
is in fact of guidelines, you know. Martin knowing how to say, and we are crap on the still to be until 1 year dues, you know. So those are the issues of dues. It is not about someone winning power. It's about you running the party, the system that you are running to make it so active. We wish and pray that coming in the future, all of us have the capacity to pay our dues or being material dues by me, paying forms and those things. It makes things different.
Okay.
It makes things different. Introduce the issue where did there? Because I believe say what you say, man.
How about this one? I don't know whether it can work or it works. So, in as much as a year forms a to online, can somebody take a decision? I mean, in his wildest dream, to say that I am buying these forms and hoard them.
Oh, they be so I don't buy some party in this car. We say I didn't online, unlimited. Into koto coupons, say what koto coupons 10,000, 1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't stop anybody going back to buy because coupon is not unique. We are generating over 10 million. We are generating up to the time we end by selling the forms. And a system generation, and yet we'll be generated. So you cannot sit even to generate your own, say, Kojo DA, no, we might debate every day. It's a system generation. In terms of that's what we are run from the last time, you know. That is why we also urge say, better form. Could you say better form? You sure say what tough for now? Because I've this thing for now and tough form normal. That's why me I would prefer say once even somebody is buying form for me and I can go through the process now, I will pay. In terms of what tough for now, I mean mistake.
Okay, but how about say I don't know whether there can be a clash here. So, my top forms, you know. Then me told we na minya call. Oh, no, I say, I Kojo brand my top forms in a binti beje. How do I compensate?
Because okay. This tells you how you also operate. You can't just take things for granted. Say, me top forms, me music and me top forms. You should know who I'm buying the forms for. You should know also how to engage. You don't sit and just put the figures. That's also what we want to avoid. So I'm for to be no more 99 so that even what only executive nobody shared. That we also avoid. And these things will because what share. Then I'm for duplication of payment. I know there's una.
I don't know, Sano. Maybe the
coupons in there,
maybe the aquacum. Coupons in the sort of media, coupons in there, and that's what you
will get to the area. Charlie Kojo Mato Grandma also. All I was saying, I me to you. Oh, guys will be at home. Also, me will be at home. Okay. Oh, Jama, only 9 hours. I let them say, 10 hours. Okay. But how about I want to surprise you? So I know some person will call all right. So surprise you. I won't say, it is say, be the surprising also will be like a. Wakoto cake will be for birthday surprise.
Yes.
We do on no to cake Kessben. At least we be count na you know. But cake could so any second. As the 6th there, it's open. But I advise engage those who are engaging them to do that. The only thing maybe okay. But am I ready to say me talk coupon? Would there be a coupon on BGB? Whoever want a coupon on BGB. I don't know. Yes. If my set up my constituency in Okanque Central, I saw what they want to do, and I believe that most constituencies that's what they are doing. Almost said it's a constituency say for Atimia enter. So on Wednesday, they will open the office, set up like a center. So they will help you to fill the forms. If somebody is even picking up, anybody who want to pick the donation, you will come, and then they will help you to fill the form. It's all good. Central region, I saw a publication. Apart from here, where a call center, almost more digital center. Almost from digital center. If you have a challenge, you engage them to see how they can help you to do it. I think that Bono also something commendable. Say they have made themselves available. Don't think about say your council executives and the election directorate who it should be accountable. So whilst we are also have the call center also playing the back way, so quite interesting thing about it. They say, I mean, the rate at which it goes in the night, it's interesting.
Wow.
Because as and I do be able to. In fact, everyone of you sorry, not 200 be account.
Okay.
Because it is a life thing.
Okay.
And some people have chosen say, okay, metal coupons not to. And you bring no Martinez. Okay. So the system is running until 16. Minimum bet now.
So it's a 24-hour system like that.
Say economy no here,
It is a man, I'm busy the whole day. My top forms in there, but I think that maybe around 2 a.m. I really will want to now sit and then work on some of these forms. May cost why.
In fact, between yesterday 7 p.m. till this morning, people who enrolled on the system more than 2,000.
Wow.
That is those who are filing.
Okay.
As for the bulk payment,
Madi, Mr. Sassem, I'm playing you this tape not for you to respond to them, but because we can't say issues has to do with the elections and money. I don't know whether this can also happen within the NDC. This is the Asante Achim one that I was talking about. The details of the things that they said compared to say BBC between me AC, and even if it does. How will this response be?
Kind a executive committee I walk Asante Achim Central and she say party mpanifo different kind the bar say omo hwa so emfa ento police station abato no omo ani so de di kan na e was say executive committee no ehia na omo fra enipa miensa omo constitute 3-member elections committee na omo ma obia hu say asimasi ni ayi wo mo say abato na ebeto Asante Achim no omo di animu na omo ne regional representative na ayedan ayadwuma esan say omo nhia no yenim enipaku a omo ayi wo mo say omo nya say adwuma yin eye empanifo a Asante Achim eye executive committee members omo di dwumadie no ase omo matoam to the extent say empo ebi ekofa forms no womu ekofa no wo MPCA na eho ene afilima womu na afilima womu ye san ka kire womu say o wa beje wo de wo MPO bia no o ma vetting ɛna yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ wobɛkɔ uncontested ampara ɔmo ba kokora ama vetting ɔmo ba kokora ansi vetting ase sɛ yɛtena hɔ ne yɛhwɛ han ampa sankrofo no bɛmo mu nyinaa yɛdɛn akɔ uncontested
deɛ yɛhwehwɛ nyinaa ne sɛ adeɛ ni yɛnsɛ ni nyinaa baabi aba beduro yɛnhye ni nyinaa ngu ne yɛnhyɛ aseɛ foforɔ because
okay, so this is what is happening at Asante Achim, the polling station elections in Kosono for the MPP. Now, Nyema Papanabo boss, would we see same? I mean, idea current structure na will face these challenges, Anna.
See, it is when you don't engage more,
okay,
and you bring all these things. Your form is in there. That's why you pick it online. And it's obviously about picking from number or crap on. Who does say, "Oh, yes, sure, crap was we pick here." Once the date is there, you can pick your own forms with your own number to pick your form, and you'll be feeling now, but we all come together, say party office to do. So you know because it allow them just go online to pick the form. Do I pick it from Biano who admits the person in contesting the election at the branch? That is what we. But those who are paying, they are only reducing the cost for people who are picking nominations.
Okay.
But say we're picking nominations, especially when the form now we pick here, are valid. Because there were security features of our forms.
Okay.
And non say valid pair, you admit you for elections.
Oh, okay.
We admit you for election, vetting, member. That's where it will decide. Because yes, there are some people also who have also our challenge in terms they are not qualified in terms of the guidelines. You can pick nomination, vetting will determine, but we will not take anybody out just because the person one contest will be. No, we will not do that one. In fact, in some areas, Kojo, after picking nominations, now Kojo Nimadina pick say more contest chairmanship, which is more of the content. If you want, at times people go and talk to, and then we and come up with all those things that they can do it on the ground. But I say Pamu will be there. We are not doing it. And then we also only come to the committee for the elections, Kojo, which by after the filing now you started these elections. It's our constituency election committee.
Okay.
And the people who are going to be the committee, our guidelines,
okay.
Election directorates will lead by and any two other members in the constituency. It will be published. Constituency will sit and meet and discuss about it. But if that constituency director, and I said they'll be lead, or contest elections of the same constituency elections why not just over contest the person sits aside for the work to be done. We want some issues to be done.
Okay.
Generally. Again, these are my elections, Yeah, I say every constituency be a to a bar. Yeah, and to a bar at the same time, 5 polling stations, different polling stations at the same time. There be any sir. Say aha and I hear to a bar, electoral the way to a bar. Yeah, you know, our interest be a call.
Okay.
Yeah, you never call. I got Filigadoki, Ukona and opposer. Why engage or watch your more? Okay. Yeah, need you to.
Wow. Nice.
Yes.
Region
Beckham. In fact, every constituency will have a regional team in the to every constituency.
Okay.
We'll have a regional also team to monitor the elections.
Yes.
Okay. All is to get it right. Who say who say I want to sit down now cracky.
Yeah.
Foundation. You got to roofing sheet into. It can be best roofing sheet, but foundation will say never.
I just have a hygiene. Okay, it's Nekrakada na catch a party faithful singing elections then I'll be catch.
Could you me party for us? I've seen the involvement of everybody, especially those who are also even supporting to pay for. I will urge that they should even go beyond their almost 99. Any other person you want to even contest, allow. Because you need everybody to be able to do it for us. Let's open up to get the persons who will be there. The persons who will be there, in a party for. It is the choices of the people. At times, once it's done well, It allows all of us to work towards the good of the party. Kufo MPP adi baako pa ka we say efe baako ena Kufo na ka ye. We say it's good to be a messenger in the ruling government than the general secretary or branch chairman of opposition party. Now say for Bible quotation with here, I will urge that it's something that we should all do the things well for the best of this party. But Mr. So Omo promises to pay, it is not just say I paid. Go through the process and get it. After 16th, we will shut the system. Those who are filed and now call for the election, then we'll take decisions ahead of the elections.
Right.
Could you, if I don't want to say for the opportunity,
no problem,
giving us to engage, but we'll continue coming.
Definitely.
By elections,
definitely.
I know the your mama ni crop for ni ministers ejuma no so no. Yes, we about 5 party ejuma no. So the two together. Go into the next future elections.
All right. Buddy.
That is why so we mistake na mo the byelection back from my beje from mistake.
We just from myself.
Obu mistake. Especially as almost Sunday press conference.
Madi Jibril and you're turning kind of national director elections and IT the NDC and then on AD and come on 28 minutes into 9 a.m. or message my main camera maintain see a Bank of Ghana now for members see and come on, and this one says please I want to ask him a question. Can election director branch please I want to ask, can election director contest branch election? Please ask him for me. Can election director contest branch election?
And Obeja ne juma na to.
Okay, Obeja
in fact, we don't encourage a director to hold branch position. I say positions be. Once you're a director, you keep all your directorship and leave the constituency to get somebody to be there. So branch branch executive. You don't hold dual positions in the party.
Oh.
You don't hold dual positions. Say you're a director, then you go and hold branch executive position. We don't allow for dual positions in the party.
Okay. Yes. And then how about holding these PR positions?
The PR and count. Your party, say ministers. Ministers of states, deputy. Managing directors of institutions, CEOs, and deputies, and MMDCs. Some contest constituency, region, and your friends, they have to resign their position, government position, to focus on the party position. But constituency directors, district positions, appointments, and one day, they can still contest elections. Regional managers and those things, they can also contest elections. That is what we agree. And the party is working. Also, like I say, some district offices, some of them are executive who are officers at district offices. They go to work and they agree in the areas and come to be entering the data in the afternoon.
So
we a CEO partner.
And Kamabeka, so CEOs are resigned, but PROs will not resign.
PRO there be on Kita a huge responsibility on him. On Kita responsibility on him. People who have a major responsibility on them. Party have done that steady. Perhaps maybe in the future, but currently what it pertaining, it is those that they are more demanding for a Juma Amuye to help the cause of the government. And once they are there, their contribution in your contribution in your campaign, contribution activities to run the party, and yes, that's strong. That's why the party made a decision for you. In fact, it could have. In fact, we do this thing just to put it as a guard. Because in 2008, they win elections. Now 500 Riso for some for Baba Jamal, Mo, Amabenio. They were all executives. They were given appointments. Now, I'm resigning. But when we were going to the election ahead of us, none of them contested elections, even though there was no guideline. But in every time, somebody might try a system. So don't get to the point where somebody will try pulling you.
I get you.
That's what the party did this
get
one.
you.
Ah,
I get
neck
you.
too.
I get
These
you.
are the things.
All right.
Yes, we're from moving now.
Mari, but I see every 31 minutes past the hour of here. I've been going to have a minute, gentlemen. In the come back, Bank of Ghana will finish up.
Ya mwakwa ba e de ba Genuine Dental Clinic. Genuine Dental Clinic e aso ya sin hodwuma. Komo a yebedi efa tooth replacement ho. Se osi etu na wo se yebo foforo e de hye ho ma. Nya hwensunsu anso a se wo si tu no wan hye foforo a betimi e de abrɛwo. De di kan enipa ese e enipa ni monyam. Ukọ nipa mu na wo kasa de ye hwe e ye wo sen. De ebo ama wotimi didi e ye wo sen. O kasa de ebo ama words bi wo ha wotimi pronounce ye so e ye wo sen. E didi dwumadi ahodo bebree. Ndi se ese na etu a ehu behia se obeba ne ahye foforo enso e ho e de ama wo. Nso obi wo ha ne se no na ba kusie ni ba kusie chiri. Enya ade a ehye nkwan. Genyema de etu ensa afɔtetu na mo bra ne nya ese ne foforo emfa nhye ho so emfa ma wo. Afen so nipa osimo wo anuma eboa ema obon no ekipi in good shape. So we see two no one replacement sa side of the bone ebetimi atum amana yi anase ebetimi ebuogu se na ya yeta aka no amana yi maintenance na sa ha no ento to na mo bra se esena atu no ye hye foforo e wo ho mfa mo esena wo ba ye mu ahodo bebree ye wo esena ba ko a hye wa obetimi yi wa de e wa hohoro ho no wasan hye na de ba ko wa bonten se nipa do na agiri se de wo hye a obetimi yi no ntimi fa didi enya sa na etie ye ma wa obetimi de didi obetimi de akasa obetimi adwuma dia wo do bia wo didi bia no ye mu ahodo mienu ye wo flexible one ye ta fa ne back class no e na afa ye wo acrylic e na afa ye wo de hye wa untini emfa wonsa nka bi manase untu bi eno so e fixed prosthesis eno so tu ana mo ba Genuine Dental Clinic ye be ye eso de amount ye mu ahodo mienu ye wo PFM anase porcelain fused to metal and our fancy or back on so a fan implant and maintenance fee to an among bad gentlemen say we see to one their Genuine Dental Clinic ye be wow near restore or smile on a back to send the night so her Genuine Dental Clinic a cheap when ya fine cry Ghana half an in Genuine Dental Clinic or here or Accra Genuine Dental Clinic 2 branches or Accra the first one no Nungwa right after Nungwa Senior High School we do any check Cantamantono and 7 so pay Genuine Dental Clinic branch or any NDC office no anase Italian pub ene dia nimhwe e wo Nungwa afen so atomic down Ramiko Benyara and about we do any check taifa no unsa benku so pay Genuine Dental Clinic branch pa so ha ye di adwuma die wo ho afen so Santimantal mu Kumase o he ya Abepo Junction total filling station no echi wo pay we do any HG no unsa nifa so pay ye ne Methodist school ne wa Abepo Junction no ene di animhwe afen so Kumase ho he ya Atonsu High School Junction traffic light na se wa pe Genuine Dental Clinic bank ba go so e wo ha ye di adwuma di e wo ho koforo dia so he Genuine Dental Clinic ye wo Central Police Station no enchemu ha pe ye ne Central Market no e di animhwe a ye di adwuma di wo abonsan na wo Central Police Station enchen ho na takra den so o he Genuine Dental Clinic ye branch na pipe no traffic light Tadisco Junction ho a enka ne bebi ana GM bank e wo no sa abonsan ko na mu na Genuine Dental Clinic ye wo ha ye di adwuma di aflawo so Genuine Dental Clinic e wo Ecobank story building na Ecobank e wo ase no esoro pe na wo he Genuine da obehu ye e wo aflawo afeodu ani kochirem e wo techima no so abono mantemu Genuine Dental Clinic e wo Maakye Road enkom hotel achiwa pe ni AY Ahmed ene di anhwe e wo techima afenso esire mantemu so ye wo Tamale Genuine Dental Clinic branch e wo Tamale Tishigu yani post office no ene di anhwe anase adjacent the MTN main office na ye di adwuma di e wo honom ti Ghana ha fa na nyina de Genuine branches no akweti Ghana ha nyina utu ana mo ba ye be hwew ne aboa na osere na okasa so akoyi e di amaw so he TV na se a ye numbers ni egu ase no wetima frɛ Genuine Dental Clinic e wo sa homa to for you so 054-990-6588 ofra doctor ebeje so say inquiries no make ebeje so ne aboa na so sere no okasa so akoyi di amaw Genuine, it's time for you to smile again.
Okay, so 36 minutes into the hour of 9 a.m. Medical Council being come for Bank of Ghana. Is some more report on about 2025. No, home common and a month for ADR. But yes, so you better kakra na fi you bisa questions. You heard the echo and the if indeed you better senior MAC call. But you share a minority for no press conference no more you know na fi member back na yembidi and komosisia. And fa issues are on my raising this year, member.
The government and its spin doctors, led by the NDC party officials who did that press conference, are trying to convince the people of Ghana that the loss is 15.6 billion Ghana cedis. And colleagues, we don't blame you. We've seen many of you reporting that the loss is 15.6 billion cedis. We regret to tell the people of Ghana that this is not true. The true operating loss of the Bank of Ghana for the year 2025 is 34.9 billion Ghana cedis. And in fact, if you add back the sale of the gold, or the proceeds from the sale of the gold, the 9.6 that I've just shown you, the true comprehensive loss position of the Central Bank of Ghana is 44 billion Ghana cedis. I'll show you with the numbers. As I've mentioned, that gold sale was to reduce it from 44 to 35, and also to remove the policy insolvency that they found themselves.
Okay, so this is what happened in we are just about 3 thereabout. But there are a lot of questions that I really wanted to ask the minority and how so indeed Yatia say Bank of Ghana 2025 report on ABBA. Yatia say in the report they have told us, they've mentioned how much their net loss is, and their net loss is 15.6 billion. This is transparency. This is what they are telling us. This is what is there. Figure no any. Now, if indeed Bank of Ghana aboka beye 44 billion, why are they afraid to tell us to say indeed aboka 44 billion, just as the minority is saying? And it's very interesting. Whereas minority is mentioning 44 billion, the majority is also telling us that we should still insist, and I say, Bank of Ghana, the 15.6 billion. Okay, so granted, I'm working with figures here in front of me. By close of 2024, Bank of Ghana had a total income of 9.4 billion. 2025, the same total income that Bank of Ghana in 22.3 billion. And their total expenses is where in 2024 was 18.9 billion, and then 2025 became 15.6 billion. So where is the 44 billion coming from? Respectfully, I am not getting it. Why is a minority for wanting to now reverse gains? Why are they adding up certain things that they are not supposed to add? Matisse, I mean, those comprehensive income, those ones are not something that it is necessary for you to add up to what is happening with the Bank of Ghana. So if indeed you want to then lay down the your friend is saying, what we need to now query, it is the 15.6 billion. A DNT and a 15.6 billion ekano ababeda honum. That is what we need to look at. It is your money being and a 44 billion. A year, what time say a year, almost about 15.6 plus 19.3 billion, marking up to this 44 billion. Then you need to tell us that 44 billion and DNT nasa ekano ebaye. But let me stick to the 15.6 billion, the reasons Bank of Ghana is giving us. Now, Bank of Ghana may say indeed, omo enye ejuma kuwa sebi omo ye ejuma some be profit. Omo ye ejuma kuwa omo ye ejuma to stable eye yesidi no. Omo ye ejuma kuwa omo ye ejuma to safeguard our financial systems. Omo ye ejuma kuwa sebi omo checke senior be inflation eni enema haye nyina no ebetumi ejina. So when I read through all the reports in Amisaka, some of the reasons that Bank of Ghana gave was that the 15.6 billion will obviously become a policy cost and not a commercial loss. Now there's a difference between a policy cost and then a commercial loss. Commercial they just work on waboka, but policy loss cost is to maintain a certain structure, is to maintain a certain economy. Senior beya economy no be to me ejina nenaso. So then I queried and I asked, okay, so Sadia, Bank of Ghana won't share the money yentia munya sa 15.6 billion ekana da honomono, whether indeed it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. So one of the things they told me was that, listen, inflation say what down. Me say ane because once upon a time was hitting was at 25 point something. They clock it down to now single digit, now 3.2 or so. How did they get there? How did they arrive? That is what they are talking about as policy cost. I said, okay. Now they ask another question. Is the city strong? Me say, I see do know a strong for a whole year. Now they're asking, how did we get the stronger city for us to be seeing what we are seeing? Me say, unless one got some okay. So yeah, maybe policies be to see Sanyama way to become stable. Cheaper import of crude oil and all that. And by this time, dollar no was so there. I am sure we'll be hitting too much with fuel cost. But today, fuel now. It makes sense for you to know that the city has been beaten down, arranged very well, make sure policies and structures are making it look good for us to have people to buy cheaper or import cheaper when it comes to air fuel into the country. Me see you, Mate. Now they come back and say that, listen, all these things are maybe when it comes to NMA also gave reasons say Oko Danwa NMA bo eye stable NMA bo entumi ankostro NMA bo etumi jina bibia esi ejina na. So therefore there are 15.6 billion omo a boy and a can omo boy might not be a car sebi obi edinenum. Might not be a car sebi obi akwaje so the kwako ABB and a one fine no. It was used as something to really position the economy 2025 because don't buy on two year any don't there's a vast difference, and indeed those costs will come. It is our cost in their buy for them they see it as positive. For them, they see it as not a negative thing that as I say a broso because say and like you see the no acostro and to me any dollar no engine and afe inflation importation and in the main na near de all honomasisi kwako bora friend is saying borrowing cost no at that form biadia. What it means is that their policy structures, the cost involved in dealing with some of these things to make sure that inflation and all those things will become stable, to me, And it's very interesting that I checked the records and I'm like, they say 2025, the city was able to stand on its strength as higher as 40.7% in 2025. What it means is that Nyama NHCA Bank of Ghana NHCA for the two honor ama Nyama etumi aye stable. We're going to go deep into it once upon a time. Achina, Meko deep. I'll show you structures. Remember a proper presentation of what they said they've used the 15.6 billion to do. So for me, as a media person, transparency versus interpretation is what I'm looking at. Policy cost versus commercial loss is what I'm looking at. As it stands, I don't see 44 billion here. I see 15.6 billion. And reasons for the 15.6 billion is what I'm expecting. Say yenano ye bet to me ama yenina Ghana for ina tias ye dientia 15.6 billion no e buy. And of course, ye be ni na ochina memo details ni na. Happy birthday to Mr. Francis Eduse, and a happy birthday to Alvina Ohima Owusu Bempa. This one is from your mother Esther, and a happy birthday to Juan, marketing manager, MG Thers Pharmaceutical. This one is from Franklin, and a happy birthday to Esther in Takrade. This one is from Patrick, and a happy birthday to Lutz Otega. This one from the entire family. And then a happy birthday to Awusewa, we are fashion designer, our Ashton, this one from Sepenkani Samson. And then a happy birthday to you, Say Loyalty, CEO of Loyal Line Marketing. And then a happy birthday to Florence Sapon. Happy birthday to you. And I'm Dujimedi, Eddie Mansan